Here we have a 2014 C230 class Mercedes with a passenger mirror broken. You can see a slight little scuff here where the driver had to avoid another car and clipped one of the plastic garbage cans, and the shock shattered the glass. So the dealer was going to charge something like almost $300 for labor and parts, and I don't believe they're even going to change the entire assembly, because in this case this still works, the motor behind it works, and we're just going to replace the glass. So you're looking for just the replacement glass, and in this case not just the replacement glass, because you need this backing. The really cheap fix, you can get basically a mirror that you peel and stick some stickies and you glue it on the broken one, but that's kind of stupid. So in this case you need the mirror glass, and if you see in here you have the heating elements affixed to that, as well as the plastic plate that goes onto the motor housing and your connectors for the heating element for the mirror. So it's really not that hard to take off. You're going to want to use a plastic trim tool. Don't use a screwdriver or something that you're going to scratch up the housing of the mirror. You want something like that. Probably this thinner one's going to work better. And you're going to pop the old one off. Be careful not to let it drop, because you want to pull the connectors off the heating element and reattach it to the new one, and then press it on to the motor housing. And that's really all there is to it.
Here's the part where I discover that the outer casing pops off fairly easily, which will also allow me to demonstrate to you, the viewer, the inner workings of the mirror. Grabbing close to the back of the mirror, gently remove the connectors to the heating element. Now take your trim tool and carefully pry the mirror off the motor housing. All parts are not created the same. The original OEM Mercedes part is definitely a bit more robust and higher quality than the replacement. If original parts are important to you, get the Mercedes brand, but this is just a side mirror. This one ends up going on fine, works just fine, does its job. It goes without saying that the driver's side mirror replacement steps would be the same, just mirrored. Get it? I decided to put the heating element wires back on before I popped the mirror on, but it doesn't really matter. I just think it was a little easier for me to do that first. You'll see that there are some grooves that you can line up on the back of the mirror and the motor housing to make it easier to line it up and get it on there. You probably noticed the little blue thing on the back side there that lines up with the mirror casing. That's for the light on the outside. And don't worry, that'll line right up when you push it back down. Also make sure that the mirror is not cocked left or right too far when you go to push it down, so you don't damage anything. Now that the mirror is all back together, you'll want to check it out to make sure the mirror does go up, down, left, and right, as well as the side indicator light. So as you can see, this repair is really easy to do. You can save hundreds of dollars by doing it yourself rather than going to the dealer. Here's a shot of the back side of the original mirror. As always, thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.